Hey, it's Nicole with Headspace Collective, popping on to do a collective reading. So I already shuffled the cards. We'll just get right into it so you don't have to sit here and waste time watching me shuffle. A lot of cards came out this time, but let's see what we have for the collective. So, where shall we start? Okay, so I'm definitely feeling like there's endings and new beginnings happening for you guys. I feel like this has been a consistent theme for a while, but I think you really are like, I think you're like tying up loose ends, but also it's like you're recapping or like revisiting things from the past. And I think more so, like, not physically necessarily, but like old patterns, old ways of doing things, old ways of existing, responding. I think it could even be like old ways of like how you would have survived in the past, like maybe working too hard, hustling a certain way, or relationship wise, like involving yourself in a relationship and that it's not what you want, or it's repeating cycles kind of a thing. But I feel like you're not necessarily repeating cycles. It's just almost like a revisit, but I think you're actually like recognizing it and then like shifting or pivoting the way that you would respond or energetically. So I think that's definitely coming through. I think there's a lot of releasing happening too, like energetically as well as like emotionally. I think you're releasing a lot from the past, a lot of old anger, resentment. I think you're just like coming to terms with things and like either forgiving yourself for certain things or forgiving other people. I just think there's a lot of like tying up of loose ends, but more in an energetic, like emotional, spiritual way. For a lot of you, I don't even think you realize that you're doing it, or like really, unless now you like sit down and think about it. Maybe after this reading, you're like, oh, actually, yeah, maybe I am. So I definitely think there's new beginnings happening. I think that you are, I think this springtime going into summer is like very important too for like starting new things, like a new cycle starting. And I think you feel it. I think for some of you in the collective, you have started this new cycle. And for others of you, I feel like you can feel the fucking energy like it's there, but it hasn't shown up yet in the physical, in the 3D. And you're just kind of like, okay, like what, like when's it happening? Because I could feel it, but it's not fucking happening. So I just think it's like the energy's still like clearing out and like aligning things that are ready, like getting ready for what you're calling in. Because I do see some good things coming in for you. I do see the changes happening. I do see like what you've been wanting for what you've been asking for, what you've been wanting. I do see it there for you. I do see it coming in. I think you just need to be a little bit more patient. Again, because I think that what you're asking for is coming. I think that there's just some things that are still being worked out behind the scenes and also still being worked out with you emotionally, karmically, like that kind of a thing. I do see some like karmic, energy or debt like being worked through as well. So I think you're just being called to kind of like allow this to go through the motions that it needs to go through. Have patience. I think also just like continue to be yourself, like tap into yourself as well. I think that you are moving in the right direction. I think you just need to keep staying true to your authentic self and who you are now, and not responding or acting in the ways that you once have. I think just like, I think that message is coming through pretty strong too. Like just being your true authentic self, expressing yourself, expressing your individuality. I think that's part of it. It's like you are a new version of yourself going through everything. And I think that is also like part of this, is like really embracing it and moving forward with this new version of yourself and not falling back into old ways and old patterns. I think that's a big part of like what feels like is taking so long too. I do see for some of you there is a new career coming in or a new shift in work. It definitely feels more positive. It feels new. It feels like either a leveling up or something completely new and different. Something that you've been calling in. It feels like it's going to be a relief too. It feels like it's going to alleviate some things for you as well. I definitely see also, I feel like you have the Tower card here. I don't feel like you're in the middle of a Tower moment. I feel like you're in the rebuilding phase of the Tower. I think this has been coming up for some meetings. I don't know what the hell that meant, but maybe you're having meetings. I don't know where that came from. I think you are, for some readings, this has been coming through, and I think you are basically like, it's not the crumbling, it's not all the devastation, it's more of the rebuilding now. So I think like you've been rebuilding, you've cleared out the rubble, you've cleaned up, you're able to start building a foundation, and I think you're just like building on that foundation. That's more what the Tower card is resembling for me in this reading. I think you're trying to like plant your roots, like get them grounded. I think you're trying to gain your stability. Maybe some of you have like kind of changed a lot of things in your life or changed your way of viewing things. So I just see that happening. I do see that there is like a big sigh of relief coming as well for you guys. I think there is like a big release happening. I think spring is definitely a part of that too. Like there's a lot of releasing happening energetically, karmically. And I think you guys are going to be, I don't know where it cut off and I don't know why it cut off, but let's just go back into it. So I think you guys are releasing a lot of energy. I think a lot of this has to do with the spring energy. I think there's going to be like a big sigh of relief. I think that you guys you're going to feel this relief coming. I just feel like there is like a light around you, a lighter energy around you. And I think like if you haven't started feeling that already, you are definitely going to feel that within the spring, like summer transition. I also think that you are, as you've been like grounding and rooting in, I think you're also trying to like build a community, making sure that you are surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded, that are supportive of you. I definitely see that. For some of you, I feel like there could be maybe a family that you are wanting to build, or maybe you are coming together with someone who has, let's say you both have children and you're merging families. That's coming through as well. I just see like a blending of people coming together to kind of have like a community or a family vibe. I'm also feeling like there is, let's see what this is. Make work for it. All right. All right. So I feel like for some of you, there's this energy of just feeling like lost, abandoned, tired, picked apart, like you've been putting in the work and you just aren't feeling like you've been getting the payout that would be appropriate for what you've been putting in. And it just feels like either you've been abandoned by family, friends, yourself, the universe, your guides, whatever, all of it. I feel like that is coming to an end. It's so weird because I feel like this message just came through in a personal reading I just did for someone, but I don't know. it just feels like you maybe haven't been tapping into yourself. You haven't been meditating, you haven't been praying, you haven't been tapping into your higher self. And I feel like that is why you're feeling this way, is because it's like you've almost abandoned yourself. You need to tap in. That's where you're getting the answers from. That's where you're getting your support from. And I feel like as soon as you do that and tap back in, you're gonna feel your strength again. You're gonna feel the guidance. You're gonna see the signs and synchronicities more, or they're gonna make sense to you. I think you just need to like really take the time to tap into yourself, to meditate, to write, to go into nature, do it, whatever it is that you do to connect with yourself, connect with the universe, connect with your spirit guides. I think you need to do that. I also think that you are feeling like you're at a crossroads right now, and I think that you are, for some of you, I think there is going to be information coming in for you. I think you're going to get some kind of communication. Something's going to come through. What the hell is this for? I feel like you're kind of like reserving your energy. You're kind of like not putting yourself fully out there with certain things. I don't know what this is involving or in relation to, but I just see you like standing in the background, like kind of watching, observing. I see you like keeping your feelings or your something close to yourself, and I think you're kind of like waiting for this information to come in. So maybe you're waiting for something to come in, whether it's I don't know. You could be waiting for like an offer. You could be waiting for some kind of contract, money, a relationship. I don't know. You're waiting for an answer for something, or you're waiting to see. I feel like you're at a crossroads and you're kind of like waiting for this information to come in for you to make your next move, whether you're going to go down, the path A or path B. I think that's what is coming. I need to pull more cards on this. I don't know what this is talking about. So I just feel like you're kind of in stealth mode. Okay. All right. It feels good. It feels like the outcome is good. It feels like there's stability. It feels like there's release. It feels like something good is coming through on this. So I think that you're just waiting for like an offer or the next step or something like that, but you're just kind of like pulled back waiting to hear like what it is or what you need to know. Because I do see stability, I do see happiness, I do see relief, I see luck, I see peace. I see something that this is like maybe you've been working towards or building. So I think it is positive. I think you're just kind of like holding back, but it looks like it's going to be working out in your favor. Also, for some of you, I do see a romantic relationship in here as well. I know this has been coming through the last few readings. So I do see a masculine energy coming through, someone who's very giving. I see this as very like even give and take partnership. I think that it doesn't feel rushed. It feels like it's more on like this, like it's a slow build. It's not something that, come on, give me some cards. It's not something that, thank you. It's not something that is being rushed, and I think that's for a reason. I think it's one, because you're working through some things other than this, and two, I think that there's just no reason for there to be a rush in this. But I do see that it is empowering you. I do see that there's just like a lot of even energy. Like you guys are on the same energetic like plane, or like you're both in the relationship energetically like in the same way, like you're both looking for the same thing, you're both kind of like on the same page, even if you haven't had a conversation about it. I think it's just naturally like what's happening. You're not I don't think there needs to be a conversation. I think you're both wanting to give in a certain way as well. So I think that you there's a lot of like even divine masculine and divine feminine, and I think you're just naturally coming together and like giving to each other. The way that the cards came out is like you guys are literally divine masculine, divine feminine. You're both giving and like looking at each other. So I think that that is like exactly how the energy is coming through. I think like he is lifting up the divine feminine, the divine feminine is lifting him up. Like there's just a very even energetic exchange coming through on that. I think that again also there's just like a lot of even, it's like a partnership. The partnership is coming through. I do think that there is going to be some type of like forward movement in this relationship. So this does feel like maybe someone that you've been talking to or getting to know for a while that I don't feel like this is someone that's exactly like you've haven't met yet. I think this is for people that you've already kind of been like in talks with. And I just feel like there is going to be some type of leveling up of commitment or forward movement in this relationship in some way. So maybe you start talking more, or you start seeing each other more, or there is a commitment. Maybe you become exclusive or engagement or marriage, something, depending on where you're at in this relationship. But I do see happiness. I do see, it's just like a very calm energy as well. So it still feels good. I think, I think it just feels good. I think it just feels even and balanced. I think there's a lot of loyalty here. I think there is this is something that can, be trusted. I think you both are like being loyal to each other, being loyal to yourselves. I just see like there is a nice companionship between you two. So that is what I have for the collective. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, go ahead and click on our website, headspacenj.com, and book in. And then also we are now offering a monthly subscription where you get a pre-recorded monthly reading emailed to you, and then that's it. It just gets sent to you every month. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I have to have a technical difficulty every freaking time. So whatever, we'll just end it at that. If you want a private reading, go to the website. If you're interested in the monthly subscription, go to the website. All the info is there and you can sign up. And I will see you guys soon.